On this episode of You Can't Eat the Grass, the farm is falling apart. Who has time for farming when you're busy selling? But somebody's got to do this work. Will the dynamic duo find time to save the day? Stay tuned to find out.
We have a problem on the farm. I spent the last month sick, and our sales have been so incredible that all of the time has been taken up with selling, and we haven't been able to deal with any of this. I'm currently a whole month behind on planting, and if I don't get those things planted, I'm not gonna have anything to sell come late summer and fall. We have lots in the farm right now, but that won't last. And as a flower farmer, growing is as important as selling, so we need to find some time for it. Today is Thursday. Today is our harvest day. We're getting to it. We are gonna harvest really hard. We're gonna try to find a window so that we can get to some of these jobs. It's noon now, and we have so much good stuff to harvest this week. The greenhouse is looking incredible. These snapdragons, I can't believe it. The ranunculus are still holding on, and the cooler is filled with all the ones I harvested earlier in the week. We have some funky new greeneries like the Swiss chard and fillers that we've never tried before. So we have to get off our butts and back to work if this is ever gonna happen. So let's go. Let's just like power through this. Well, they might know. Oh! Pain in the butt.
This video is sponsored by Ritual. I decided I had to make some positive lifestyle changes. So I've been making sure to eat a lot better, and I've started taking a daily vitamin. Ritual makes this extra easy because they're delivered to my door monthly. And I'm especially excited about Synbiotic Plus. Synbiotic Plus is more than a probiotic. It's a prebiotic, probiotic, and postbiotic to support a balanced gut microbiome. The single-nested minty capsules are designed to thrive, with delayed release capsules so the good stuff reaches your colon, not just your stomach. And best of all, no refrigeration is needed, so I can store it in the bathroom along with my daily multivitamin. Synbiotic Plus and Ritual are here to celebrate, not hide your insides. There's no more shame in your gut game. That is why Ritual is offering you all 20% off your first month with my code GRASS20. That's 20% off your first month by going to ritual.com/grass20 and using my code GRASS20 at checkout.
It's a little fun. Well, best laid plans of mice and men is the story of today. It is after dinner, we've put the kids to bed. It's getting late and I'm still not done harvesting. The goal was to be completely done harvesting early, and then I was gonna be here at this point, able to go and get some of the prep work done on the farm, thinking about getting some of those plants planted. And that's not the case. I still have a lot of work left to do tonight because I do still want to be back on the ball for Friday tomorrow. I don't want to have this late night. We need to get caught up so that we can get this actual farm work done, not just sales work done. Oh, whoa, you're cute, you're cute, cute, cute.
Well, how you feeling?
It's very late. And I haven't even finished the harvesting. The harvesting is now going over into Friday when it was supposed to be done early on Thursday. So we're already very behind. It is Friday now. We did not get the harvesting done last night, but that's okay. We're moving on to arranging. We are gonna get tons of bouquets done. If I have to harvest, we'll make that happen. 80 bouquets for the farmer's market. We're going for another huge sales goal. But, you know, I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling like I'll be able to get the arranging done early and still have a little bit of time this evening to get some of that planting done. But first, let's go check the roadside stand and see how things have been going. Are you coming? Last night I filled up the stand with a lot of bouquets. So it's still looking pretty good, but there is a lot that have disappeared so far today already. Fridays tend to be one of our busiest days here at the roadside stand. You know, we've had days where we've sold $300, $400, $500, so this is very exciting. We're rich! A lot is sold, considering it's still so early in the day. This might end up being one of our best Fridays ever. Progress is being made. Come check this out. I've done the math. I need to make 13 buckets of $20 bouquets, and I have 6 made already. I'm making really good progress, mostly because today I have my friend Heather here working with me on getting these bouquets done. When I do this on my own, you know, it takes twice as long as when I have a friend. So we are, you know, we're making really good progress. I'm feeling like there is still a chance that I'll be able to get this done and have some time to do some other work. Or at very least, I'll get this done and I won't be staying up till the middle of the night. I have so much fun stuff to work with this week. These snapdragons are looking incredible. I want to stick them in every single bouquet, and we have plans to send down only snapdragon bunches, which, I mean, these smell so good. I'm coming up with some exciting new recipes. I love this pink and white. It's like so romantic and like glittery, like with the movement. So I'm feeling really good. You know, with what we're making, I think it's gonna be a really strong market on Saturday.
Hey Siri, open camera.
I got your second camera angle.
It's 5:15 on Friday night, and we're doing so good that we're gonna take a break, take the kids down to the splash park, and, you know, go enjoy some of this summer weather.
We're doing really good. We have 50 bouquets made already. We're just gonna pop a few more into the stand before we head out.
Ready to go to the splash park?
Yeah.
Were you ready like an hour ago?
Things are selling like crazy in here today. I wouldn't be surprised if we've already done 15 bouquets. And because we don't know how long we're gonna be gone, just doing a little bit of a restock, make sure there's lots of options. I'm really excited seeing how much is selling here to think about how much is gonna sell tomorrow in the market.
Okay, let's get those kids to the splash park.
Okay, let's see you.
Oh.
Can you wear my boots?
We were doing so good. We'd gotten ahead of schedule. We were looking on track, early night, getting some stuff done. And then we had so much fun down at the park that we stayed until bedtime. And then we got sucked into doing the bedtime routine. And so here we are, it's 10 o'clock and I'm getting back to bouquets. I'm behind schedule. I was ahead of schedule. Now I'm behind schedule. It's looking like it's gonna be a late night.
So how many bouquets are you gonna try and do so tonight still?
Oh, I'm doing like 100. The new plan is that I'm gonna stay up super late, but I'm gonna buy myself time. I'm gonna make so many bouquets. I'm gonna make more bouquets than we're gonna send down to the market so that I'm all stocked up with bouquets in the cooler to pull out for Saturday. I won't have to make bouquets on the weekend. Not having to make bouquets on the weekend is going to finally buy me that time to get this planting done, because this planting, you know, it's putting a lot of pressure on me. It has to get done.
Hello. I really like that color combo.
Yeah, you like those ones?
Yeah.
Wait till you see what else I got.
What else do you got?
Up my sleeve. Got dark kale and yellow ranunculus bunches, which were one of our favorite bouquets from last year. Gonna do a couple buckets of those. I mean, I have so many. I have so much of everything. So there's lots, I'm sure there's lots of fun combos for me to discover. I even have a handful of peonies. We have 3 peonies in our landscaping. And so I cut a bunch of the buds off. So this week we'll have a couple of these as options too.
So you had 50 bouquets done before we went to the splash park. You've been working down here for a bit.
We're up to 60. You know, I'm procrastinating. What I need to be doing is I need to make the $40 bouquets. The $40 bouquets take a really long time to make. To do the 10 $40 bouquets, including wrapping, probably takes me about 2 hours. Which kind of makes it seem like why? Because I can make $20 bouquets in less than 2 hours. But doing the $40 bouquets are a really good way to, you know, play with the new ingredients that I have and come up with new recipe ideas. So, you know, it's the research and development phase of a bouquet preparation for next week. So it takes me a while, but it's worth it in the end. It's currently 11 o'clock, so $40 bouquets are gonna take me 2 hours. Puts me in at 1 o'clock. And then I know after that, I'm gonna have a million flowers out here and I'm gonna be like, well, I can't just leave them. I gotta turn them into bouquets. So I'm probably gonna stay up till 3 in the morning. But like, I'm not tired at all. Like I slept quite late this morning, so I got lots of energy, and I've already negotiated during bedtime for my kids to let me sleep in tomorrow, so won't be too bad. But, you know, get this all done, and then tomorrow, while Ian's at the market, then I can get some planting done. Hello? Hey. Well, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I did it again. I stayed up super late. But I have over 100 $20 bouquets. I have 10 $40 bouquets, and they're looking incredible. I think we're gonna be able to sell a lot of these. The sun is coming up, and it's definitely time for bed, so I'm heading in now.
My body did not want to wake up this morning, but I am excited because Serena made 100 bouquets or somewhere around that. That makes $2,000 worth of product, plus all the dried flowers. So we could, you know, if it's a really hot selling day again, we could potentially make $2,000 just like last week. I am waking up. I'm feeling better already, but didn't get a ton of sleep. Serena crawled into bed, you know, maybe 10 minutes before my alarm went off. So she definitely needs her sleep. I'm really excited to get it all down to the farmer's market. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get to work. The truck's packed, let's get down to that market. It's almost 8 o'clock, so the market's almost open, and we've already sold $120. I'm not surprised because everything looks really amazing. We're an hour into the market so far. Sales are going really good. We're at 420 bucks. So that's a pretty good start for us. Last week when we sold $2,000, we were at, you know, 320 or so at this point in time. Another hour has gone by. It's 10 o'clock and we're at 560 bucks. That's kind of like the slowest hour of the market for us frequently. So it's 11 o'clock, there's 2 hours left in the market. We're at 860 bucks. So I don't think we're getting to that 2,000 like we did last week. You know, we were doing like 12, 1,300 a bunch earlier in the season, so I think that's probably where we'll end up. But you know, there's lots of stuff here still to sell, and there's still lots of time to do it, so who knows? Okay, we're entering the last hour of the market. We're at 1160. It's like we're always gunning for, you know, 2,000 or 1,500.
But the reality is that, you know, for us, $1,200-1,300, that's still a pretty solid market. I'm gonna sit here and try and finish strong, and then go back home and see how Serena's doing. Okay, the market is done. We ended up selling $1,320. We don't have to do the big numbers every single week, but we're consistently doing, you know, really solid numbers. So that's what makes the business viable. Not an occasional, you know, new record or anything like that. It's week after week doing good, strong, solid sales. We do have a fair amount of flowers to bring home, so I got to get these home and into the cooler.
Now is our opportunity to finally get that planting done. This is our window when we're kind of in between the markets to get out there and to get this work, you know, that needs to be done, get this work that makes it so we can do these markets finally completed. We're gonna be prepping some ground, and then we're gonna pull out the cedar and we're gonna direct seed a big section, and that's gonna get us really far ahead. We also have a bunch of transplanting that we gotta do, so we're gonna try to get through this as quickly as possible and get a lot of work done. So we've gotten that whole section seeded, which has me really happy. We put in 2 beds of carrots, 2 beds of amaranth, and a bed of grass. So all important, essential things. We have a tiny section here in the greenhouse. We're gonna pop some cucumbers in here. These will grow really fast because it's warm out. So we're making some good progress. I'm feeling really good. The thunder's been booming and the rain is falling. Days like this seem like days that aren't good for working out in the garden, but days like this are actually the perfect weather to be planting seeds and planting plants because the cool, wet weather makes it so they get established into the ground really well. It's ended up being quite rainy, which is okay because now we're going to be planting some stuff in the other greenhouse. We are going to plant some eucalyptus and some scented geranium in between the plants where our ranunculus are finishing off. So the ranunculus, they can die back, but we can take advantage of that, you know, excellent inside growing space. So let's grab some plants. The ranunculus are done. They're not going to bloom anymore at this point.
but they need to be in the ground for a couple weeks more before they completely die back and we can lift them out of the ground. So what we're gonna do is along the center of the bed, we have our drip line, and we're gonna plant, wherever there's a gap in between these plants. And we're gonna have the plants in there. They're gonna be getting established, and then when we come and we whip out these ranunculus, we'll be good to go. They'll be able to enjoy the heat of the summer and have some fall protection, because this is all foliage that we use come the fall. So a bunch of big clusters in there. We're gonna save all the corms in these beds, and when you put in like these single corms and then they grow all year, they grew well, then they turn into multiple plants. So, this 500 plants of ranunculus in this tunnel could become 2,000. There's no saying that they're all going to survive.
But just that one, that's like 5 right there at least, eh? Maybe 6.
Yeah, like here, this is like one really good corm, and then there's a couple other, good sized ones, and then a couple small ones in there. But so
we're not pulling these yet. This is just
no. This plant was a little bit died back, and then the great thing about the corms for us, because all we have is dry weather. We don't have any sort of humidity. So you want to keep these dry. You want to keep these, dry, cool place, which is anywhere. But we don't have to worry about, they got too dried out. We just throw them in a bag. They're dry little crispy things, and we pull them out when we need them. So they're really easy for us to save.
Scented geranium done, now we're on to eucalyptus.
These plants are not very exciting looking, very sad, but they're so old. We started these at end of January, so they've been growing for so long. They're so slow to start. I think we still will get a fall harvest off of them though. The real question is going to be if getting them in a line. We still have lots to do. We still have a bunch of seedlings that need to get planted out into beds, but it's feeling a lot better. We're making progress. The amazing thing about the cedar is when you take it out, we got 5.5 beds planted in a very short amount of time. Those eucalyptus, they needed a spot. They needed a place with heat. Getting them into that greenhouse is a perfect solution. And we still have some more time before that market cycle begins again. So I'm feeling really confident that we're going to be able to get on top of things. We're going to be able to actually have flowers come the fall, come late summer. It's not going to be a disaster. This year, there might be some hiccups. We might have caused some issues for ourselves by letting things get so late. There's only so much we can do with the weather. The important thing is to recognize what needs to get done and get out there and do it. And so, I feel like we're doing good. I feel a lot of relief.
The market cycle never ends. So Serena, let's get back to work.